So I would eat everything I was craving and in large quantities. Hey there! Are you familiar with intermittent fasting? It is the latest buzz among fitness enthusiasts, just like all those other diets. What's really cool about intermittent fasting is that it can help you lose weight, improve your insulin sensitivity, and reduce inflammation. What makes intermittent fasting different from other diets is that it's super flexible because you don't have to eliminate specific foods. But just like with any diet, there's some concerns about whether it is sustainable long term and if it can provide all the nutrients you need for optimal health. So, is it really worth all the hype? Is the intermittent fasting the key to a healthy and long life, or is it just another fad? Let's find out. In this video, I'll share my personal experience with intermittent fasting, as well as I will dive into the science behind it. We will explore its potential benefits and drawbacks so you can make an informed decision if you would like to try it yourself. What is intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting is a type of eating pattern that involves alternating between periods of eating and fasting. The idea is to cycle through periods of eating and not eating in order to optimize the way your body processes food and stores energy. The idea of fasting isn't new at all. In fact, our ancestors used to fast unwillingly because there was just no food available like it is now. Fasting was used by ancient healers as well as a treatment for a variety of illnesses, and many religions incorporate fasting into their spiritual practices, like for example Ramadan in Islam or Upavasa in Hinduism. They also believe that fasting has physical and mental benefits. Then, in the 1940s, the medical community began to explore the potential benefits of fasting for the treatment of obesity and diabetes. Since then, researchers have continued to study the effects of fasting on health, leading to the development of different intermittent fasting protocols. Some popular methods include 16-8 method, which involves fasting for 16 hours and then eating during an 8-hour window each day. So, for example, you might have your last meal of the day at 7 p.m. and then not eat anything again until 11 a.m. the next day. The second protocol is the alternate day fasting. This involves fasting every other day, so you eat normally one day and then only have one meal or no meals the next day. The third one is 5-2 method. This involves eating normally for 5 days of the week and then limiting calorie intake to 500 to 600 calories on the other 2 days. What are the benefits of intermittent fasting? It has been linked to many possible health benefits, although scientists need more research to confirm them all. Some of these benefits include losing weight, as you have less time to eat during the day, which reduces your overall caloric intake. Intermittent fasting may also help improve insulin sensitivity, which regulates blood sugar levels and reduces the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Also, studies suggest that intermittent fasting may reduce inflammation in the body, which is associated with many chronic health conditions such as heart disease, cancer, and Alzheimer's disease. Now, what about longevity? Although animal studies suggest that intermittent fasting may increase lifespan, we still need more studies to see if this applies to humans. Other studies suggest that intermittent fasting may improve cognitive function, including memory and focus, and may help reduce the risk of certain diseases. However, it is essential to note that more research is necessary to understand the effects of intermittent fasting on health. Furthermore, intermittent fasting may not be suitable for everyone, and it's critical to talk to a healthcare professional before starting any new eating pattern or diet. Okay, there are some potential benefits to try out intermittent fasting. But what are the drawbacks? It is not all perfect. There are some negative aspects to consider. One of the main concerns is that some people may experience increased hunger levels, which can lead to overeating during the feeding window. This can potentially negate the caloric deficit created by fasting and may even lead to weight gain. Intermittent fasting can be great for weight loss and health, but if you don't do it right, you might not get enough nutrients. This can lead to problems like muscle loss, loss, weakness, and anemia. To avoid this, make sure you eat nutrient-rich foods during the times you're allowed to eat. Stuff like lean protein, fruits, veggies, whole grains, and healthy fats are all good options. And if you start feeling weak or tired, maybe stop fasting and talk to a medical professional or a dietitian to make sure you're getting all the stuff your body needs. Additionally, some people may experience negative side effects such as headaches, fatigue, and irritability during the fasting period. It may also not be suitable for everyone, including pregnant or breastfeeding women, individuals with a history of disordered eating, and those taking certain medications. As with any diet or lifestyle change, it is important to consult with a healthcare professional before starting intermittent fasting to ensure it's safe and appropriate for your individual needs. I believe that sharing is caring. It is very important to share our experiences so others can make informed decisions. Here is my experience with intermittent fasting. As a nutrition specialist, I've been trying out the 8 to 16 intermittent fasting method on and off for more than 3 years now, and I wanted to share my thoughts with you. Initially, my main goal was to lose weight, but over time I learned more about nutrition and wanted to minimize my PCOS symptoms and handle digestive issues. Although I realized that I was approaching intermittent fasting all wrong. I thought that if I fasted, I could eat whatever I wanted during my feeding window. So I would eat everything I was craving and in large quantities. As a result, I actually gained weight instead of losing it. The truth is, no matter which method you use for weight loss, you really need to be in a caloric deficit. It doesn't matter if you eat 5,000 calories in 8 hours or 16 hours, it's still 5,000 calories. So even if you fast, it's important to prioritize high quality, healthy nutrition and portion control. When I learned more about nutrition and was diagnosed with PCOS and hypothyroidism, I decided to try intermittent fasting again, but with a different approach. So at this time, I prioritized a protein-rich diet with whole foods at the center of my meals and controlled my portions. I liked how I could have a coffee on an empty stomach and then go to the gym, feeling light during my workout without waiting for my food to digest, etc. And this approach helped me lose weight because I was eating much less than usual, but with the positives, there were also negatives. The biggest one for me was developing acid reflux, which I'm still treating. I felt like I had a lump in my throat and it still appears sometimes. Fasting can be really challenging and it's difficult to find solutions. For me, bulletproof coffee wasn't the answer. I also experienced weakness, lightheadedness, and constant hunger due to starvation, which made it really hard to control my portion sizes. My hunger and satiety hormones were all over the place. Despite all of this, intermittent fasting didn't fix my insulin or PCOS symptoms, nor did it clear my skin. In fact, it worsened my sleep quality. So for my body, nothing beats a healthy and balanced nutrition. But it's really important to know that everyone's experience with intermittent fasting is different. So it's all about trial and error. Let me know in the comments if you've tried intermittent fasting and what your experience was like. We can all learn from each other's experience to make informed decisions about our nutrition. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so more people can see it, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're into health and fitness. We'll be happy to have you here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!